What's up guys, Blue Curry Productions here, bringing you some more Trick or Treat. And this time we're going to see if we can't finish this visual novel off in this episode. In the last episode, we didn't believe Ashley, and we ended up becoming a servant of Lilian. Or Lily. I don't remember her name. I know this is Ashley, I think the other one is Lily or Lilian. Something like that. This time we're gonna believe her. Believe and help her. I can't ignore her petition. I know that she has not been the kindest girl, but somehow I think she is telling the truth. Okay, I'm going to help you. But tell me, what should I do? I ask at the same time. I look at her red eyes with determination. Ashley nods a couple of times. She seems pleased with my answer. It's simple, just share your feelings of love towards me. I feel like that's easier said than done, but okay. She now responds with more confidence. I can't help but sigh after hearing it. Something here is wrong. I'm sorry, but I cannot do that. Well, we just met each other. I do feel some empathy for you, but it wouldn't be right to call it love. I explained with frustration in my face. She asks too much from me. Ashley then places a hand against her lips, making a pensive gesture. I see. It is a feeling that cannot be achieved in a single day. Yeah, I mean, love takes time. It takes conversation. Like, you can't just immediately just magically fall in love with someone. Of course not, silly cat. Have you never been in love? Well, there's one alternative, but I don't want to use it because it would do you harm. I blinked confused after hearing her. What is the alternative? I asked while staring at her face. Suck your your vitality, as Lilian did. Okay. Ashley explains with a very serious look. He then diverts her gaze, feeling disgust at the simple idea. Well, at least she cares. But I'm not going to do it. If I remove the vital energy you have left, you will die. Certainly, I do not want that. Then if you don't have enough energy to fight, what will you do? This is not looking good. If you don't have those feelings for me, there is not much that can be done, replied Ashley, ending with a sigh of annoyance. Anyway, I will go and face her, even if I have to give my life in the fight. That doesn't sound wise. That sounds actually kind of stupid. She says it with so much simplicity that it seems she doesn't care for her own life. Wait, is there really nothing I could do to help you? I interrupt immediately. I could not let her just go like that. At least I had to do something, however small that may be. How could you help me? The look Ashley gave called me an idiot without saying a word. While we're on the same team, I think that some things simply will never change. I stay silent for a moment, looking down while I think on a solution. Ashley stares at me, impatient. I don't feel love towards you, but once I felt it for someone else, I could try to remember those feelings so that you can use them as energy. Ashley thinks deeply for a moment. I guess it's worth a try, she said, not sounding very convinced, but it was certainly better than nothing. After that, the two of us stared at each other's eyes for a couple of seconds without saying a word. Then we suddenly divert our looks at the same time, embarrassed. We were acting like kids. Honestly, that's not... I wouldn't do that in a situation like this. Like, people are going to die. Like, actually. Are you ready? As she asked, almost lovingly. It's easy to notice that she was taking this seriously. I nod. Yes, whenever you want, we can start. I replied just before closing my eyes and trying with all my heart to revive that image. Suddenly, Ashley holds my hands. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel her presence near. That makes me somewhat nervous, but I have to relax. I exhale, letting my concerns go out with my breath. Her hand softly caresses mine to help me relax. Then I start to remember something that happened many years in the past. When I was young, every summer I went to my grandparents' house to visit them. I didn't like it because they had nothing fun there. Only an old TV and dusty books that I had no intention in reading. However, whenever I went there, I could see her. A girl with brown long hair who always had a cute dress. When I saw her for the first time, I could feel a strange fascination for her fragile and inexplicable beauty. I watched her at a distance without knowing what this feeling was. I only knew that something in her called me. It was more than just beautiful. Her beauty was something with many layers, with many fragrances, or facets? Fragrance? What? I don't know. Her gestures, her expressions, her way of playing, they were all beautiful. Finally, one day, I had the courage to ask her to play together. Without even thinking about it, she told me yes. All that afternoon, we spent playing until it inevitably began to get dark. She was a simple girl, enjoyed playing as anyone else, but still I could not remove my eyes from her. When the day ended, she said goodbye to me with a radiant smile. I had forgotten it, how beautiful it was, how astonished I was after seeing it. After that day, I never got to see her again. Last thing I knew, her family moved to another country. Dang, that's rough. I do not know if that was a predestined love or just my inexperienced feelings confused with something new. But without a doubt, it was beautiful. I do not want to forget it again, never again. Well, that's sad. Then, unexpectedly, I feel Ashley giving me a shy kiss on the lips. It was... What? What? I don't even... Ephemeral? I don't know. Ephemeral? Ethanol? I don't know. Only lasted enough to feel it, to know that it was real. But at the same time, that shyness gave it a special beauty. It was a sweet kiss. There are no more words to describe it. I bet there are a lot of words that could have described it better than a sweet kiss. Passionate, romantic, whatever. I opened my eyes, finding Ashley one step away from me, completely blushing and looking away from me. She is silent, but doesn't look angry in the least. Her red eyes are gentle, although embarrassed. Are you alright? I ask with kindness while I look at her. My heart is calmed quickly after the kiss. I don't show it, but somehow I feel liberated, lighter. Ashley turns her head to look me in the eyes. Yes, thanks to you, she said with shyness. However, she then breathes deep and magically recovers her proud attitude. I believe that this will be enough to stop her. The plan was a success. I'm really pleased. That's fantastic to hear. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple of times. When she is not scolding, I must confess that she is very cute. Anyway, we can't wait any longer. Every second we talk, Lilian must be using it to plan her revenge. We have to go now and stop her. Ashley explains, acting with complete seriousness. Our little break had ended. Yes, let's go, was my short response, overflowing with determination. There's no more to say. 3:40 a.m. She choosing really late to start killing people. The way back to the cabin feels short this time. Before I knew it, it was in front of my eyes. Lilian is outside, next to the door. She was waiting for us. Brave knight, I see you finally came, she said with a confident smile. Her attitude is very different from the first time I saw her. Just from looking at her, I'm sure of it. She is not any innocent soul. It's a shame to see you with that woman. I had hopes for you. Yeah, of killing me or turning me into your slave, and I'm not interested in either. Alex won't be fooled by you again, Ashley replied, talking in my place. At that moment, I see Lilian make a grimace of disgust, but soon she recovers her look of confidence. I wanted Alex to be my companion, or champion, since he kindly came to rescue me. But oh well, it's not important. I already got enough energy from him. With that alone, I have surpassed you. Finally, I will be able to get rid of you, Ashley, said Lilian, pronouncing her name with a mocking tone while giving us a, malicious smile. I don't know why I couldn't read that. And also I probably read it. It was probably Ashley is the way she was doing it, I guess. Her victory was in the palm of her hand. Ashley instantly was furious. We won't know until you try it. After saying that, she crosses her arms with pride. Once I beat you, nothing shall stop me from completing my revenge. Why do you want to do that? It's been far too long. The people who hurt you are already gone. I mean, true, you're just killing a bunch of random people who had nothing to do with anything. And not even the memory of the crime committed here exists anymore. It's just a village of innocent people. You're right, but someone has to suffer. I mean, do they? Because, I mean, that's just not fair. I'm being killed for what someone did years ago? I don't know these people. I didn't do anything to you, and they're just gonna die for that? That sucks. That's lame. That's not okay, responded Lilian without hesitation, not doubting a single moment, leaving me completely cold. After seeing my reaction to her answer, she directed an evil smile right at me, as if her words meant nothing. That makes me angry. And what do you win by doing that? I yell at the same time. I close my hands into fists. I simply couldn't accept it. It was too much. I just want them to suffer like I did. Wow, that's not a good answer. Oh, because someone hurt me, I need to hurt all these other people just so they know. I mean, I guess they did kill her. They burned at the stakes. I was about to say, well, they didn't kill you. You're still here. But they did kill her, and that's why she's still here. If I don't make them suffer, then who will? Who will be the carrier of this hate that every day eats at me from inside like parasites which sicken me and deform me? Lilian pauses. It is unfair that I continue to suffer while they are innocent. Lilian then speaks out at the same time she hits her chest, showing how much that meant for her. This is more than pain. It is the proof of my existence. She pauses and exhales, calming herself. Anyway, enough with speeches. I will end you and then bring my revenge to the townspeople. Then, without saying anything more, the battle between the two began. It was something that my mind could not comprehend, a show of power and magic that deformed reality itself. Ashley repeatedly attacks by firing a strange, translucent power as if hot air. I don't know what that means. What do you mean, as if hot air? Just from seeing it, I know that it has enough strength to knock down a house, but Lilian doesn't even blink. She calmly moves her hand, creating a barrier that reflects her attacks each time. Interestingly, it was Ashley who was most active. She attacked incessantly from many different angles, while Lilian stayed still, reflecting her attacks and fighting back, always with a smile on her face. After seeing that those attacks will not have effect, Ashley changes strategy. She transforms herself into an imaginary white beast and charges against Lilian. However, Lilian transforms her body just like her into an unknown dark being and resists her attack. Ashley regains human form, making a grimace of disgust. Both had wounds after this confrontation, but then, before my eyes, I see how they placed their hands on their wounds and healed them magically. Apparently, the two have the same powers. The only thing different was their personalities. There are simply no words to describe it. At least, my mind was not able to find them. I only know that during the fight, neither of the two seemed to have an advantage over the other. Everything indicated it was an even match. On several occasions, I beheld bright and colorful lights, superhuman abilities, multiplication of bodies, teleportation, healing, transformation, and many other powers that seem to come out of a fairy tale. The combat seems to last forever. Every second, every attack and defense were loaded with so much tension and emotion that time had simply disappeared for me. The only thing that captured my attention was seeing the two girls fighting in such a fantastic way. Finally, after an unknown time, both fall. On the ground, bloody, they look into each other's eyes. The blue eyes beheld the red ones, and vice versa. Both then smile, Ashley proudly, Lilian with irony. It seems that the two were anticipating that end. "You did very well. I didn't expect it," Lilian said with honesty. You doubted of me? You doubted me? Stupid girl," Ashley replied with arrogance, even though her lips were stained with blood. Lilian then shows us a smile full of malice. "You have already been like that. Even a mule death you consider a victory. You are really an idiot. You should be more selfish." It's strange, but she does not sound angry in the least. "You may be right. Well, all I wanted was to stop you," replied Ashley, proud of herself. There was not a hint of regret in her words. "Okay, I accept my defeat. But at least in these last moments of my life, I want to be in peace with you. Is that okay?" Lilian responded with a friendly smile. "You know, it didn't have to be like this. You could have just had friendly peace and not died. Why is it has to be when you die when you want to make amends or whatever?" "To be honest, I was going to say the same thing." Ashley ends with an ironic smile. I silently watched them both as they talk, feeling a strange fascination mixed with an unmistakable feeling of sadness. I just met them this evening, but somehow it pains me to see them as that. Somehow I formed a bond with them. I mean, honestly, after spending all this time with them, these two, one tried to kill you, the other one, depending on what choice you made, the other one killed you too. I'm pretty sure Ashley kills you like twice. It was then that I see them slowly start to disappear. Suddenly the two turn turned to set their eyes on me, giving me one last smile. "Goodbye, noble knight. I confess I enjoyed kissing you. It wasn't all an act," Lilian said, looking at me with a tenderness that breaks my heart. If only she wasn't evil, though. Like, come on. Like, this could have been avoided. "Thank you, Ashley." I can't help but feel nostalgic at that moment. I knew this was going to be our last goodbye. Even if I didn't want to admit it, that was her fate. Is it alright for it to end like this? Don't worry, everything will be fine now. Finally, my reason for existing has been fulfilled. I have no regrets. Then this is our goodbye. Yes. Suddenly, she recovers her proud attitude. However, this time was different. She was happy, really happy. "It was a pleasure to meet you, stupid human," Ashley said with the arrogance of always. But now, instead of anger, it made me feel like I was about to cry. "It was fun to meet you," said the two, surprisingly, in unison. Those were their last words. They then disappeared, dispersed in the form of particles of light, as if small fireflies were escaping from their bodies with a beautiful but depressing green color. Without thinking, I went towards them. Even if I couldn't do anything, I wanted to touch them one last time. But the only thing my hands were able to reach are the particles of light that slip out between my fingers as if they were water. Then I see the light rise higher and higher until it disappears in the night sky. I did it. I'm a hero. I'm the one who finally broke the curse. Sure. Yeah. That's it. That's what happened. Now no one else will be trapped by it. But then, why do I have this face that looks as if it wants to cry, but has no tears? Why do I feel so terribly bad? Life is more than just victories or defeats. That night, I learned it in the best way. Yeah, because of my actions, 2 girls died. Yep. It's 4 a.m. Really? That fight only took like 20 minutes? Because wasn't it 3:40 when we, engaged? I finally get out of the forest, and it was almost morning. "Alex! Alex!" Suddenly I hear someone calling my name, but it isn't a strange voice. It's the voice of my friends who are looking for me. "Hey, over here!" I shout without hesitation, with a bit of clumsiness. Oh my gosh, can I not speak? Can I not speak the king's English? Or is it the queen's English? I don't know. Clumsiness. Because of my confusion. Guys, you're gonna have to level with me, man. Soon they found me and impatiently run towards me. "Where were you? The worry was killing us," Steven said with a face that I don't remember having ever seen before. Before answering, I rubbed my forehead. I couldn't find the forest exit. Alfred was about to say something, but before that, I interrupt him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just lost. The important thing is that we are all safe. Yes, you are right. I knew that they wouldn't believe my story if I told them, so I don't bother to do so. I mean, yeah, that's kinda the fate of most fairy tale endings. And so, as sudden as it happened, the night was left behind, being replaced by boring days, almost identical days. But at least I had achieved our goal. I had a night worthy of remembering. You were the only one. It's 9 a.m., November 15th. We at school. Several days have passed since then. Suddenly I see a cat walk by. "Ashley?" I ask without even thinking. She turns to look at me, confused, but of course she could not be who I spoke of. The cat seemed oddly friendly with humans. She observes me with shyness, but doesn't growl at me. Without much thought, I decided to adopt her, maybe in hopes Ashley would come back someday. Even if that was an impossible desire, having this cute cat will make me remember Ashley forever. It might have been just a night, but it was an experience I would never forget. I hold the cat in my hands. She actually looks happy for having a new owner. Seeing her like that makes me smile. Without a doubt, you will be good company. Hey, we got the Ashley ending, if you can't see in the upper right corner. Okay guys, now let's get the final ending. And then, let's call it a day, guys. Can I skip the credits? Me wanna skip credits. I can't skip the credits, guys. So, wait, this was proofread and it still turned out wrong? Whoever proofread this, I'm sorry, but like, there's a lot of grammar mistakes in this. And if you're telling me it was proofread for the English one, clearly that person did not fully commit to proofreading, or he let something slip, which I guess is fine. It's still a good game, still recommend playing it. It is free, so, and I love the story is compelling and awesome. Okay guys, now we're gonna get that last ending, which is going to be me skipping a whole lot, so let's just skip to the choices. Okay, we're just gonna skip, and then we have to make the choices, and then we're gonna get a new choice, because after you get all the endings, they'll give you new choices. One new choice, really. So you're supposed to pick up the cat, escape from the cat. Now you confront the cat. I believe this is how you do the ending. Just keep her captured. Yes, and then, oh, I didn't want to quick save, but okay. Okay, and then, let me see. There's supposed to be a thing. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a new choice, or a new path, that wasn't offered. Do we doubt her? I think we trust her. Okay, Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. If you want, hold my hand. I won't harm you, she suddenly says. I look carefully at her. She has a very arrogant face, as if it was a great honor to be able to touch her. You won't do anything strange? I asked, distrustful. But after seeing her again, I do not think she was lying. Ashley nods, full of confidence. I promise you. I stare at her a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. Okay, but why do you want me to hold your hand? Wait, hold up. I'm just gonna skip ahead because I don't think I made the right decision. So I'm just gonna check. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think. Yup. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing this weird noise in the background. I don't know if you hear that, but okay, I think we should doubt her. I don't. Okay, let's. Guys, I might have to pause this for a bit because I don't think I remember. Despite what she says and how cute she is, I cannot trust her words. This cat is the reason why I'm here, so I decide to ignore it and continue my journey. Also, I cannot know if the girl's voice is truly evil, as she says. It could be the other way. Without saying more, I start to walk in the opposite direction, passing beside her without even looking at her. That was very rude of me, but I must not forget who I'm dealing with. Wait, where are you going? Ashley said with a face of disbelief. I don't blame her. Don't go that way. It's dangerous. Stop, I said stop. Ashley begins to cry at me to stop, but my decision is already made. I don't even look back. Soon I can't hear her anymore. I know that she is still close, but seeing she has given up on me. For a moment, the doubt of why she did not use her magic enters my mind, but I guess I wouldn't understand no matter how much I thought about it. With each minute that passes, the air becomes more heavy and nauseating. I cover my nose and mouth with one hand. If I could, I would stop breathing this raw air, but that doesn't stop me from moving forward. After all, this must be one of the dirty tricks used by Ashley to scare away people. Guys, I'm gonna take a pause right here. We'll be right back, because I don't know if I fully remember how to get these endings, so I know you have to do all the endings to get this ending. So, and I don't really fully remember what I've done and what I haven't done, but I believe we've gone every other ending except the main one. So, BRB, right back.